What's up, YouTube? So, today's video is going to be extremely short. I'm going to get right to the point. And I know I say that all the time, but I really mean it in this video because this is actually a redo. I originally recorded this video a week ago, fresh off of the Kane video, but I'm redoing it because I think I can get to the point much quicker in a calm, orderly manner. So I made a video. Kane's the most hated wrestler right now because he wants to keep babies alive or something. I don't even remember what I titled the video. And this guy in particular, Mikey Matthews, as well as some other people, they left some comments. And it still honestly astonishes me that this is even a controversial issue. Like, I don't understand why we live in a world where wanting to keep babies alive is considered an evil, controversial thing. Nonetheless, I mean, in this guy, he typed an essay. He basically thinks I'm making a morality arguments, okay? Anybody that's ever watched my videos know I don't give a fuck about morals. I only care about what is true. And I think I can explain this in 5 minutes. The only thing that matters is the truth. And the truth of the matter is, as humans, we have free will, and with our free will, we make decisions. And from our decisions, consequences happen. And when those consequences happen, we have to take responsibility for our actions. Okay? If you use your free will to be deceived, and you make decisions based off of deception, then you have to accept the consequences of your actions. As a human, you have to use your free will to be able to weed out the truth from lies. Failure to detect deception from the truth means the consequence of being unable to do so is that you may get further deceived and have even worse consequences happen to you down the line. This guy's whole argument is based off of deception. And what really inspired me to remake this video and upload it onto YouTube is because, ironically, I saw another wrestler, Kevin Nash, talking about this. And Kevin Nash is a wrestler that I respect a lot because he revolutionized the business and finally got wrestlers paid big money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there were wrestlers before him that got paid big money too, but Kevin Nash really made it mainstream. Him, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan. But that's besides the point. This video isn't about money. But Kevin Nash based his argument is that if a 10-year-old girl gets raped, then she should have the right to kill her own child because she got raped and she was put in a situation she couldn't control. Okay, what I'm about to say may offend a lot of people. You guys know by now I don't give a fuck. Most people that get abortions are not people that get raped. Most people, and this is a statistical fact, you can do research on this. Most women that get abortions are women that had consensual sex, but for one reason or another, the guy isn't sticking around, or they left the guy, they wanted to be a single mother, they changed their mind, etc. For whatever reason or another, they had consensual sex, usually without protection. A child was born, they decide they don't want the child, they kill the child. It usually has nothing to do with rape. It usually has to do with women having consensual sex then wanting to get rid of the child. You need to be able to detect the truth from lies when you want to have debates like this. And me personally, as I said in the second comment, this isn't even a debate with me because I'm never going to be convinced that killing your own child is a good thing. Here's the fact of the matter. In life, there is no free ride. If you use your free will to have consensual sex, and then a consequence of you using your free will to have sex as a child is born, if you then use your free will to make the decision to kill your own child, there's consequences for that. There is no free ride. Most people learn that the consequences of killing your own child wasn't actually worth it in the end. They usually learn this when it's too late to realize what it is they've done. So, you people that want to kill your own children, you know, we all have free will. We all do whatever we want in life. Just understand there's always a consequence for your actions. Let's stop lying to each other. Let's stop lying to people and act like people were getting abortions because they were raped or whatever. That's a very small percentage of people that get abortions. Most of the people that get abortions have consensual sex and don't want to take responsibility for having a child, right? Most children that are born right now are born by accident. You know, two people meet each other at the bar, they have consensual sex, unprotected, and then a child is born. And unfortunately, the parents lie to the child and they don't tell the child the truth that we never wanted to have you. You were an accident. We just got horny. You know, me and your mom don't love each other. You know what I'm saying? We just met at a bar, fucked the first night we met, and then you were born, right? So the lie goes deep. And a narrative has been painted that women don't have sex, that minors don't have sex, that the only time people get abortions is if they've been raped, and that's just not true. So, Mikey Matthews, you need to do further research on the topic. A lot of women, most women that get abortions, it has nothing to do with rape. And, you know, women are not gods among men. Okay, just because women have vaginas, that does not mean that they have the right to decide who lives and dies. They are not gods among men. They're humans among men, just like men. And some of the reasons that this guy has given, man, in the first essay, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's okay to kill your own child to make sure they don't grow up having a fucked up life." Mikey Matthews, as a man, if you kill your baby because you don't want that unwanted baby to grow up and have a messed up life, there would be no debate. The police would show up and beat the shit out of you for killing your own baby, then they'll throw you in a cage. Women are not above men. Okay? Just because a woman is a woman doesn't mean they have the right to decide who lives and dies. If you as a man can't decide who lives and dies, why are women above you in this regard? And again, all of your actions have consequences. Now, little 10-year-old girls that actually do get raped, that should be its own specific discussion. Including all these people that get abortions just because they're engaging in consensual sex, unprotected, and reproducing children, you know, with men that they know aren't going to stick around. Clumping them in the same category as people that get raped is utterly ridiculous. But unfortunately, it seems like that's what most people do. When people think of abortions, they have this false perception that a poor innocent woman or teenager that got raped is going to get an abortion to kill their own child because they can't take care of the child. For some reason, putting the kid up for adoption is never an option. Giving the child to somebody that would be more than willing to take care of the kid is never an option. The first option has to be killing an innocent life that didn't even have a chance to defend itself. Which, you know, whatever. If that's what people think, cool. But getting back to the points, most people that have abortions are people that are fucking because they want to fuck. It has nothing to do with them getting raped. You guys can fact check this if you want. Okay? One of the chicks that I rejected in high school, and keep in mind, I'm 16 years old and I already thought like this, man. You know, the chick was basically bragging in class about how she had consensual sex when she was 14. Because, you know, shocker, minors have sex. Yes, I know, that's another unspoken fact that nobody wants to admit. But she had consensual sex with another 14-year-old and she was going to have a baby. She murdered the child, got an abortion so she could keep having, you know, reckless, unprotected sex and not have to deal with consequences of her actions. But she was already facing the consequences of her actions because the second I heard she killed her own child, I never wanted anything to do with her. I would always ignore her. I would never pay her any mind because even as a 16-year-old boy, to me, that was unforgivable. I can I can look over a lot of things, but as I say in the second comment, you'll never be able to convince me killing your own child is a good thing, especially when you can give the kid up for adoption if you don't want it. There's all these options you can do for an unwanted child. You don't have to murder it. And the reasons that people give to basically defend abortions is bullshit. Most women are not walking around getting raped, guys. You guys need to leave the house and go to a club or a bar sometime, man. These women are, in 2022, women are having more consensual sex than ever. Like, these women are getting down, guys. You guys got to stop thinking this is the 1500s where women are only having sex with their husbands and fucking knitting the Bible all day, man. I mean, whatever your body count as a man is, these women probably have double, triple, man. I mean, these women are getting down, and it's cool. Take advantage of the fun. But you should be, if it's a woman who you know you're not going to stay with long term, you should be using protection, right? If you don't even want to have to think about if it's killing your own child or not, don't reproduce recklessly in the first place. People need to take responsibility for their actions, but I get it. The reason videos like this piss so many people off is because I'm cutting through the bullshit. I'm cutting through the deception. I'm holding people accountable and basically telling you people that if you have consensual sex, if you don't use protection, a consequence is that a child may be born. And if you murder your own child, there's consequences for that too. People usually learn this when it's too late to realize. But yeah, I said that I would basically cover these points in its own separate video. He was basically asking, what do you say about assault cases and unwanted teenage pregnancies? These make up a very small percentage of the people that actually get aborted. So my direct counter to his point is that most people, I'm not vilifying men and women for making decisions for themselves. I'm vilifying men and women for murdering their own child because they had consensual sex with another adult, or if it's two minors, they're fucking, and they want to murder the child simply because they don't want to face the consequences of their actions and take care of a child that they reproduced recklessly. If you don't want to have, but this is something that I really don't see people talking about, man, when it comes to this whole abortion argument. It's almost like people were too afraid to just bluntly say that most of these women aren't getting raped. Most of the abortion cases happen because, again, the women are engaging in consensual sex. I said it like 10 times in the video. And yeah, they don't want to, and I'm not saying all women do this. There is legitimate cases of rape, but unfortunately those cases are overshadowed when people like this try to say that most of the abortions happen because of rape, and that isn't the case at all. You have to be able to detect the truth from lies, otherwise you end up getting deceived like this guy. So I'm gonna catch you guys in another video. I tried to make this a 5-minute video. It's going on 13 minutes. I failed again, guys, but hopefully you guys get the points. And if you guys don't get the point, too bad, because I'm probably not going to make another video about this subject. I think I've more than hammered the point. Peace.